be showing you guys how you can make an adapter using a TRRS to RCA that you can use with your lightning adapter to be able to use your headphones and also get audio into it. Can't really listen to the headphones while you're getting the audio into it, but it's going to be a pretty cool cable. There's been a lot of need for this since everything that's happening this year to be able to get audio into your phone to be able to do a live broadcast to your church. So we'll walk you through how to do it. All right, so on this connector, the bottom, which would be the tip, is left. The next ring will be right. The next ring will be your ground, and the ring after that will be your mic. So we'll use a continuity tester to figure out which ones of these ends correspond with this. We'll have to share the ground or the neutral, whichever one you want to call it, with every one of these connectors. So we'll go ahead and test that. All right. So you've got your meter on continuity to where you can check and see. That allows you to see whenever these two are connected, you get a beep or a number. So we're going to start out with the tip. So I'm holding pressure on it, and then that's going to be on this outside part. So our tip, which will be left, is going to be this white one. Then we'll go to our first ring. It's going to be yellow. Our next one's going to be our ground. So it should be here on all of them. And then our last one should be our red. So that means this is going to be the microphone, this will be left, and this will be right for the headphone. And then of course we're having to share that ground for all of them. So once you've got the ends cut off, you're going to end up with these, and this is going to be our left and right for the headphone part. And you separate the shield, or the ground, and our other little part, and I'm just pre-tinning these with some solder to make it a little bit easier. We're going to end up connecting the two shields together and soldering those, and then I'll show you what we'll do with the other cable. So I have an 1/8 inch extension cable. You can get them off Amazon on a price wherever you need to. This one's a 6-foot one. We're going to cut off quite a bit of it, and we built some other ones, so we've got more over there. But we're basically going to figure out same thing here. What's going to be our tip, our ring, and our sleeve. This isn't a TRRS, it's just a TRS, and we're going to use it just for the headphones, so that works out great. So same thing, use your continuity checker just to figure out what's what on this. And I would recommend figuring it out for this part, and then you would know what it is for inside, because it'd be really hard to touch the contacts inside of there. But once you figured it out and you have that cut, we're going to take the shield or the ground, and we're going to end up doing all three of those shields together. And then we're going to solder this one and then solder this one into the tip and the ring. So we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. So inside of this electric tape, each individual piece that I soldered together is, can't remember the name of it, heat shrunk. So we've got the little pieces of heat shrink, and then I put electric tape over everything just to make it safer. Then I have another piece of heat shrink that we're going to put over this just to make it look cleaner. And then we'll get to the XLR part. So then, using your little bit of leftover cable, we're going to make one of these little guys. And this is going to be a jumper for our XLR cable. That way we can jump the shield to pins 1 and 3. So I left one side a little longer, as you can see. And then what I'm going to do before I pre-tin this is I'm going to take the other part, wrap it around here, solder it. Let's see if I can get it to where I can show you. So we'll take that and kind of go ahead and put it to the end. That way it's soldered together to where it'll be easier to get all this soldered. So this is what it'll look like whenever you get finished. You'll end up having the pins 1 and pins 3 will be jumped, and then pin 2 will be the hot off of that. So not my best solder work ever, but it'll work for this. And don't forget to go ahead and put your ends on here and your heat shrink as well. And then we'll get it all up and get the heat shrink warm, and we'll be good to go. We'll test it out. So we're going to test this with the Sennheiser 835. We have it hooked up here. That's what it ended up looking like. And this is the mic that is in the phone. I'm going to go ahead and see if this works. I'm going to hook this up. Maybe I can use this. Check 1, 2. So this is through the microphone. And I mean, you could use a microphone as long as it's not phantom powered on this, but I would recommend coming out of the console at all. So this is me talking into the mic. I'm going to let it get further and further away. And that's how you build it. But just run a feed out of your console into your iPhone and it'll make your live stream a lot better. Just make sure to compress it and not overdrive the input of the phone. And this will work for Android, really anything that has that TRRS. But please hit like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and just let us know if you have any questions.